Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming back to the show. We are live. Okay. We are live, and jurors in Tory Lane's trial have reached a verdict in the shooting. Okay. Tory Lanez found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion, and that's what's being reported. Mr. Lanez, a Canadian rapper, was convicted of firing at the Houston hip hop star after an argument in 2020. The matter became the subject of speculation and gossip on social media and in songs. Los Angeles jury, a Los Angeles jury on Friday found Daystar Peterson, the Canadian rapper better known as Tory Lanez, guilty of shooting a fellow artist, Megan Thee Stallion, in both of her feet following an argument about their romantic entanglements and respective careers in the summer of 2020. Mr. Lane's 30 was convicted of three felony counts: assault with a semi automatic handgun, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. He faces more than 20 years in prison and could be deported. The case, which played out as both a tawdry tabloid narrative and weighty freedom on the treatment of Black women in hip hop and beyond, was closely watched for both its famous characters and what it was said about the recent injunction of alleged abuse by notable men, such as Johnny Depp and Harvey Weinstein, in court and in public. Mr. Lanes, though not a household name before the case, has seen his celebrity profile rise since the shooting, earning explicit and implied support from various corners of the hip hop universe, including influential blogs, social media accounts, and the rappers turn talking heads 50 Cent and Joe Button. In court, Mr. Lane's defense had raised the possibility of another shooter. A friend of Megan Thee Stallion, who was also involved in the argument, which occurred on the way home from the gathering at the home of reality star and beauty mogul Kylie Jenner. But Megan Thee Stallion, who testified in the case, identified Mr. Lanes as her assailant, tearfully recounting how he had shouted dance and a sexist slur at her before firing several times from the passenger seat of a sports utility vehicle. She said Mr. Lanes then apologized and offered her and the friend, Kelsey Harris, $1 million, each to keep quiet about what had occurred. In his closing argument, Alexander Bott, a deputy deputy district attorney, said Mr. Lanes had been pushed to a breaking point when Megan Thee Stallion demanded his artistic stature, demeaned his artistic stature, noting that she had been reluctant to come forward after the traumatic event. Megan did find the courage to come and tell you what the defendant did to her, Mr. Bott told jurors. Was Megan telling the truth? I think everyone in the courtroom knows the answer to that question. The lawyer added of Mr. Lanes. Hold him accountable for shooting the victim for nothing more than a bruised ego? Mr. Lane's defense team argued that the two women were fighting that night over the male rapper, implying that Miss Harris might have been motivated to shoot her friend out of jealousy. Out of jealousy. Out of jealousy. When she learned that Mr. Lanes and Megan Thee Stallion had been intimate behind her back. George Mitterson, a lawyer for Mr. Lanes, said that the case was about jealousy and a sexual relationship, calling the prosecution's case full of holes and speculation. Megan Thee Stallion lied about everything in this case, he told jurors. Some eyewitnesses provided muddled accounts of the shooting at trial. Though most testified to seeing Mr. Lanes with a gun, Miss Harris, who was offered immunity in exchange for her testimony, denied pulling the trigger or receiving hush money from Mr. Lanez, the Los Angeles Times reported. But on the stand, she also backtracked on her previous statements to police that identified Mr. Lanez as the shooter, testifying that amid the drunken scuffle, she did not see who shot Megan Thee Stallion. Prosecutors then received the judge's permission to play Mrs. Harris' entire 80-minute interview with detectives from September in which she implicated Mr. Lanez. They also presented a text message Miss Harris sent to Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguard the night of the shooting, writing, "Help," and Tory shot Meg. In response to her conflicting accounts, Miss Harris says she could not remember what she had previously and had not been entirely truthful with prosecutors in the past. Guys, this is deep. Let me know if you guys are still here. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I am going to take me a quick little sip of water and we'll be right back. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. This is the show where we cover local news, we cover after dark topics, entertainment, and hot topics. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and also tell a friend to tell a friend. If you are generous, you can hit our Cash App. If you are very much so friendly, you want to keep on with the show, you can sign up for a membership and you can be a part of all of the greatness. Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? This is Gary Little G Jenkins from the R&B Group Show. When I come to Tulsa, I hang out at the Queen Tulsa Show.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and continue to get back into this content as it is about to overflow. Okay. Today has been a very busy day, and the people are definitely have gotten surprised. They have gotten a wake up call, and a lot of people are outraged. But let me go ahead and finish the article and we can get more into it. All right, so give me 1 second as we go ahead and bring this up. And shout out to LT for coming in. Shout out to Lance Reed. Lance Reed said, "Getting real, LOL from the jump." I said it's two sides to a story. And LT says, "Hey, Queen Tulsa, so happy Meg gets justice." Absolutely. I am very happy that she's getting justice right now. Like it is very much so needed. And I want to see this on more than one occasion. Another eyewitness who saw the encounter from the window of a nearby home said that he observed a violent, chaotic fight and that the first flashes, which he initially believed were fireworks, noting that he never saw a gun, came from a woman. But the witness added that he's seen a short man, believed to be Mr. Lanez, firing everywhere, 4 or 5 times. Rolling Stone reported. Experts testified that gunshot residue was found on both Mr. Lanez and Mrs. Harris, who were in close proximity. Through DNA evidence tying Mr. Lanez to the weapon was inconclusive. The police did not collect a DNA sample from Miss Harris. Ahead of the trial, the case had played out on social media, gossip sites, and in music released by both rappers. Megan Thee Stallion, who had collaborated with Beyonce shortly before the shooting and went on to win 3 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist in 2021, was initially circumspect about what had occurred. Look, what coming forward has done to her life, her reputation, and her career, Mr. Bott. The deputy district attorney said in his closing remarks, raising his voice at times for emphasis. "Do you think she wants to be here?" In her testimony, the rapper said she did not tell police officers that she had been shot that night in July, claiming instead that she had stepped on glass because tensions between Black people and law enforcement were high. After the murder of George Floyd, I didn't want to see anybody die, she said. I didn't want to die. She was also worried about her career. I didn't want to talk to the officers because I didn't want to be a snitch. The rapper added, snitching is frowned upon in the hip hop community, which she identified as a boys' club. At first, Mr. Lanez was arrested and charged only with concealing a firearm in the vehicle. But in the days and weeks that followed, Megan Thee Stallion revealed online in an interview with a detective that she had been shot, eventually naming Mr. Lanez as her assailant. That October, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office charged Mr. Lanez with assault. Still, for years since, some skeptics and conspiracy theorists have questioned whether Megan Thee Stallion was shot at all. At trial, a surgeon testified to removing bullet fragments from both of the rapper's feet, with x rays presenting in court showing tiny fragments that remain. Mr. Lanez, who opted not to testify in his own defense, has not detailed his version of the events. Though he released an album barely 2 months after the encounter, in which he denied shooting Megan Thee Stallion, focusing instead on their personal relationship. We both know what happened that night and what I did, but it ain't what they saying, he rapped. Megan Thee Stallion later responded in her own track titled Shots Fired, in which she seemed to recount what led to the shooting. He talking about his followers, dollars, she raps. Adding, I told him, you're not popping, you're just on the remix, as well as its aftermath. You offered M's not to talk. I guess that made my friend excited. Hmm. Now y'all in cahoots? On the stand, Megan Thee Stallion says she had initially lied about the extent for of her personal involvement with Mr. Lanez, including in a television interview with Gayle King, because it was disgusting, she said. How could I share my body with somebody who could shoot me? Even as her career skyrocketed, the assault had caused her to lose my confidence, my lose my friends, lose myself. She said in court, I wish he had just shot and killed me. So that's what she said today. Like I said, she got her justice, and a lot of people are bitter about, you know, the outcome. And what I say to them is, this wasn't for us. If you wanted to be in there in the jury and you had a piece to say, then you should have showed up to court. But my thing, hey Norris Tony, my thing is so disgusting that, you know, first of all, you have black women. Oh, he's innocent. Oh, he's innocent. You have these black men. Oh, he's innocent. Oh, he's innocent. You are the problem. You are the problem. You have a if you're black and you're saying this, you have a mother, you have a sister, you have cousins, you have aunts. I mean, come on now, you do have relatives. What if this was to happen to your people? Like seriously, what if this was to happen to your people? Are you still going to have that same energy? And speaking of energy, shout out to Neek at Night, as she was there at the courthouse. Give me 1 second. As she was down at the courthouse, I did want to bring up some footage. So give me 1 second. I want to play a clip for you. And this is from Nika Knight. She was down at the courthouse today when everything was going on. And so give me 1 second and I'm going to bring up this video.
People wrong out here. You know what I'm saying? We need more power. We need more energy. We need more togetherness, man.
How did you feel when the verdict was read?
Man, I dropped it.
You started bursting out.
I started crying because it's like my brother.
Okay, so you have this black woman out there, and she seems very bothered. She seems very upset. I mean, you would have thought that was her man. You know what I mean? Um, but this is what I don't understand. Why is it that these black women are so upset that this man committed a crime and he was held accountable for it. Why? Why are these black women sitting here acting like this man did not do anything, but now that he's getting his justice and Megan is getting her justice, it's a problem. Why is that a problem? Why is it a problem for a black woman to get her justice? Why is it okay for black men to sit up here and abuse black women and feel like there's no consequences and repercussions? See, there was a time where, black women would get into it with these black men and call the police. But when the police get there, when they have to go to court, oh, I don't want to press charges. I don't want to press charges. Right? That's a problem. Stop protecting these black men. And speaking of protected black men, I heard that Tory Lanez's dad was a preacher. Well, he was there and he had a lot to say. And shout out to Nika Knight. I'll put her link in the chat. But here is a bite from what happened earlier, y'all.
Names that I want to call: Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and tortured the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Ta and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before. They met
They
on Saturday.
met with our witness. And then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutor's investigator, who acted so dumb, an intelligent woman who did not want, listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I am a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do.
All right, guys. So, there you have it. It's really a lot going on. I know we do have the official King Pain, um, and then Inspiring, live on the scene. Give me 1 second.
The evidence and what was presented at court. And
Well, see, but what about reasonable doubt? This is a trial case. This is a trial case. This is a, thank you. So let's hold on. Let's say what it is. He got brought up to trial. This is a trial court by jury. If you say that there's no reasonable doubt, you got to be smoking glue. Let's be real. You know that nobody knows.
like I said,
This is a kangaroo
I
court.
felt like he did it, but I didn't feel they had
What do
enough.
you mean you felt like you did it? That's not enough to
And they didn't have enough evidence. If I had a son, I would shift my
This is a kangaroo court.
That's
Straight up.
the question. If I had a son, for all parties, for women, and I told women and men, if you had a son, then you don't say, oh, you're guilty and you're going to.
Nobody in their right mind would have convicted Tory Lanez. No reasonable person would, if it was your grandmother, your son, your cousin, nobody would turn that guilty verdict. It would not have happened under these circumstances. Let's keep it what it is. He got brought, there were pretrial proceedings, he went to trial, a jury came in, and there was reasonable doubt everywhere. Nobody knew. We're every day. We still don't know. So this is a kangaroo court, man. And anybody that thinks that there's no reasonable doubt, just think if it was your brother. Just think if it was your cousin. Just think about it like that. Would you have brought in a guilty plea? This is kangaroo court, man.
He does something wrong. So was there reasonable doubt? There was reasonable doubt. Okay, so then we
Was she for it? Was she for it? Rashid, RASHEED Ford. Yeah, no, Tory actually signed. He signed to my team. You know what I mean? He signed on our. We're signed to his label. One umbrella. Yeah, hip hop. Huh? RASHEED FORD. Huh? What's that? Rashid Ford. Yeah. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no. Come on. No, seriously. Like everybody wants to divert. Everybody wants to get.
I don't need a sign from things. Can I just say something? But I heard that from
He's ready to fight. Did you see that stare down? She said,
sound like me.
I'm sure he'll be back on the field very quickly. That's like a kangaroo for you. That's all I gotta say.
So who say she say? We out. We all may know the reality, but there's still he say she say.
Another California LAPD hit on a brother with no. I mean, I understand the free trial. What happened? Proceedings, whatever. But when the jury comes in, you have to remove all reasonable doubt. Nobody in the world would say they know what happened with the people that were wrong that night. The police don't even know what happened. So to have guilty on all counts, it's just a very sad thing. But this is recorded. This shit knows that.
crazy.
So crazy.
It's so
crazy. Those is people. Those Tory Lanez artists right there.
I'm sorry?
Those Tory Lanez artists right there.
Yeah, but even regardless of which, this shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there wasn't enough evidence. I didn't see evidence. It's all like they felt. You know what I'm saying? But also, I want to know when she was able to live tweet that the defense was Kelsey shot Meg. You know that she has it on Twitter. So how is that fair? They're worried about Sean Kelly being photographed outside the courthouse, and they're protecting him. You know what I mean?
What? You got photographed?
Yeah, I photographed him.
Oh.
My agent has it, but they're afraid to post it.
Yeah,
And I'm
for
like,
safety.
why? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They filmed EJ. They filmed every other witness. What does it matter?
Yeah,
Is he a white man? Is that it?
Yeah. What are you doing? See back live? Okay. Ooh. Long day of media. Long media day. Media. Honestly, I'm about ready. No, come on, let's go. We going. We leaving. We out of here. We out of here.
What'd you say?
We are out of here. We done.
Yeah, they still shook up. He signed them just recently, so they real sad. It ain't just TV for them.
Right. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's not for me either. It was very intense, but I do feel like I'm feeling that has nothing. Even if I prove the live box, that's still how I'm feeling
About
the situation.
What do you feel? Be clear.
I feel like we did, but I don't feel like they had enough evidence to prove that.
That's what it is then.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what it is.
They greasy.
I definitely didn't think he was gonna get all three.
I didn't
I mean,
think he was gonna get off the either.
I didn't think he was gonna get all three. But I knew he was guilty of all three. I knew he was guilty of all three. I didn't think he was gonna get convicted of all three, but I definitely knew he was guilty of all three. Okay. Guys, so hold on, y'all. Ooh. 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 Yes, sir. Bye, friend. Oh, yes, we did that. We did that. Congratulations. Good job. Okay. He's about to do a picture of mine. See you soon. Nice meeting you. Bye, friend. Oh, till next time. Okay, you too. Yes. Oh, when is that? January 27th. We'll be back for sentencing. Yes, Megan Thee Stallion documentary coming soon. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Phone call that he sent to Kelsey Harris. That's number 2. And 3, the text message that Kelsey Harris sent to Justin Edison right after the shooting, 5 minutes later, that Tory shot Meg. I think those 3 was just a little bit overwhelming for the jury to ignore. So I think that's what they probably put a lot of their weight on, those 3 things. Consider a lot of other things too, but those 3 things, there was really no good. The defense did a great job. I gotta admit, they did a great job.
They did do good.
They poked holes everywhere you can poke holes. But you can't get over the fact that Kelsey did send a text 5 minutes after to Justin Edison that Tory shot Meg. And you can't poke a hole with that. Unless you believe, like they said, that Kelsey Harris is the mastermind. She's setting them up within 5 minutes. And I don't think the jury believed that. All right, Nick at night.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, walk me up here, child, because you know they big mad at my opinion, child.
I'm about to say they big mad in my opinion too. That's why I was trying to get the fuck ASAP. Oh, I thought that's why you brought your cousin here. He ain't supposed to be security with. Shit, hold on. Hey, we can't bring nobody with us. They think we trying to get everybody up here to jump them. They like, hell, they keep bringing people with them.
What do you say?
Oh no, he said something. Huh? Oh, he said something about he just joking or something. Yeah. So it's a weird energy. Weird energy. That's Tory Lanez people playing with us.
Oh, let's hurry up and make this
Okay, period. Okay. Tell you we get to this fucking car. Okay. Look, nigga, let's get the fuck ASAP. That's how it goes. Ooh, they know it's my day face. Girl, they did some research on that swing.
Anyways, if y'all want to support, y'all can always cash at me.
Guys.
Neek at night 12 at Cash App. Neek at night 12. Okay? I was in the trenches for y'all.
Okay, period. Trenches, y'all. Trenches. Okay, period. Oh, ABC News reported that Justin Edison came to the courthouse today. He had a bench warrant, okay? And Justin's, the text message that Kelsey sent Justin was used to help come up with the guilty verdicts.
Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. This is the show where we cover local news, we cover after dark topics, entertainment, and hot topics. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and also tell a friend to tell a friend. If you are generous, you can hit our Cash App. If you are very much so friendly, you want to keep on with the show, you can sign up for a membership, and you can be a part of all of the greatness. Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? This is Gary Little G Jenkins from the R&B group. So when I come to Tulsa, I hang out at the Queen Tulsa.